I guess.
Hmm.
How would I describe it?
Just amazing.
Family.
Lifetime experience.
Interesting.
Majestic.
Magical.
Expression.
Awesome!
Studio.
Talent.
Diverse.
Fantastic.
Amazing. Individuality.
Lit.
Opportunity.
Passion.
Creatively inspiring.
Hustlenomics.
Unstoppable.
Awesome.
I'd say free. Freeing.
Check, one. Alright, yeah. Let's go, come on. Hit it. Woo. Alright. Here we go right now. It's not about the fame, it's about the movement, not the way others take it, but how you express it. The way the creativity flows inside your mind. You let the rhythmic flow take you for a ride. Your music is the universal language, that's what keeps it together. No matter where you go, it'll stay here forever. The creations you make are what express your emotions. No matter how small a voice you say will never go unspoken, cause that's what music does. Everybody's born with it. No matter how big or small the talent is, you make it fit with who you are and what you do. No matter what kind of genre, old or new.
So 83 started was a small room, and we had Mr. Dickerson there just staying in that room, making beats, monitoring people. We started off having, I think, maybe 5, 6 known hip-hop artists maybe working in there. I was the only jazz person there, and then we had some other like blues, rock kids that would sit there and want to recording covers and stuff. It's definitely changed since the beginning, because it was the first time I was there. I remember it being 2 stations. There was a nice red couch there that we would all just sleep on. Then Mr. D was like, okay, we don't need it. We need here to work, not to relax. So he threw it out, and we're all like, but what if we want to relax after working?
First time you walked into the studio, what was that day like?
Oh, you don't want to know.
Yeah, we do.
Mr. Dickinson, though.
I
was a butt. Yo, I was a butt. Alright, I came in and I wanted to record a song. I was one of them, like, alright, I'm gonna tell you, I was one of those typical trappers, pretty much, or wanted to be like that, pretty much. So I came in, I had a song, and it had nothing to what I do right now. It was just like bleep and bleep. Let me just say it like that, bleep and bleep. He said, yo, let's change like this. I said, you want to change my song? What do you mean? I said, nah. I left. I was cussing. I was just that. I said, yo, I'm never coming back in there, this or that. Came in the next day or next morning. I said, yo, I'm sorry, this or that. Like, that's not me. But like, yo, first impression sucked. I'm going to say it like that.
The first time I went to an A3 event, it was, I think, we were doing a almost like a mini showcase in the Breezeway. and Dickerson decided to bring all this tech equipment out into the courtyard, and there are people just surrounding us and wondering what the heck is going on. And then random people just start beatboxing and singing and dancing, and they look at us like, what is going on in this place? This has never happened here before. It's definitely something new. I was probably the shyest person at that moment, and everyone was like, you should sing, you should do some poetry that you do. And I'm like, I better not. Like a year later, I was sitting there one day in the A3 studio, and Dickerson looks at me and goes, you're doing our showcase. And I look at him, I go, aha. So what will I be doing for this showcase?
Hi everyone, thank you for coming to the showcase tonight. This is the second annual A3 House Showcase, and we have a lot of amazing acts tonight. But Mr. D, Grace Bradley, and a couple other seniors that graduated last year put it together. It's a studio for everyone. Everyone is welcome. It's a studio for people to record their own music, for people to make their own music.
Got Anthony on the mic, picking the beat. Got Anthony on the turntable, sweet. Got Colion sitting here taking the seat, and we all roll around 'cause this is our heat. And I mean with the beat, if I can give it a little speed to the break by
Wait, am I doing A3 Production or doing Patriot Records?
A3 House Production.
Both. Can we do both? Can you do one,
Yeah.
one of each? Hold on.
A3 House Productions.
And I'll hit a Patriot Records.
Patriot Records.
Is it even recording?
Yeah.
Oh, it's not.
Yeah, I didn't think it was.
One more time for the bell race.
I predate A3 Records. My first memory of A3 Records was meeting Chance. I had started, I think in 2006 or 2007, we started, a friend of mine and I here started, it was started out as a songwriting club where we had kids basically coming in and writing lyrics and bringing in their guitars and writing songs. Like that was the first sort of, like the dawning of the idea that we can actually engage kids with music and use their love for music to kind of bring them into an academic environment where they're going to learn things beyond just how to make that music. They're going to learn how to record it. They're going to learn how to edit it. They're going to learn how to package it and how to distribute it and all of those things. So my first recollection of A3 House, first day of school 2 years ago, and Chance was already in there with a couple of old folding tables, and I think he had one computer and a MIDI keyboard and a sequence pad, and that was it, and that was going to be the recording studio. And it was hard to imagine at the time what it could become. And then by the third day of school, I mean literally by the third day of school, there were a dozen kids in there freestyling, playing hand drums, strumming guitars. My own daughter, who is a songwriter, she and her friends were in there. They basically recorded an album in the first 2 or 3 months of school in there. So it didn't take long for it to take root and really kind of to grow. Colion was in there early on. He was one of the first guys who came in there and decided like this is a place where I belong, and this is a place where he really kind of emerged from that kid that sort of stayed in the background and tried not to be noticed, to the kid who kind of like started showing that he had leadership skills, that he could help other kids acquire the skills that he had, and that he could mentor people, you know, as a 17, 18-year-old. Jaya is another kid who is, I think Jaya is a very accomplished student who found just one more way for her creativity to kind of be displayed in that place. So she was playing hand drums for people's beats and kind of singing on people's rap songs and singing the hook for different songs. And so there was this really cool early mesh of kids from kind of different social circles, different academic circles, kind of coming together in that studio.
real quick. I mean, I call it commercial breaks around here now, so yeah, we'll do commercial break now, so yeah.
Alright, we're gonna hit the quick commercial break. Coming on is our new hit single, A3 House. Came back, you know what I'm saying, everybody? Yeah!
My name is Hannah Barron, and I would liken myself to the fifth Beatle of A3 Records. I was here not long after it was founded and was on the management team for 2015-2016, helped recruit and develop its new artists, and continue to stay involved. When I was here, we had very much of a startup vibe, I think. We had a lot of talented and passionate artists who were interested in learning together and co-producing art and music. And we were collectively working on figuring out how to do that within the office space and with the equipment that we had. Artists who come to mind as being really innovators, of course there was Zach Hall and Andrew Moxham, who was going by Haku, Grant Littman, Anthony Wong, Rakara Harris, Zach Davis, Elisa Maurice.
The whole maker movement really blossomed in the entire United States around 2010. And Dale Doherty, who people refer to as the father of the maker movement, and I had a conversation and he said, this will never happen in schools because schools are so tied up with all of these tests that kids have to take that the whole world of public education is just about getting kids to pass tests. And I said, well, that's not really been true in Albemarle. Yeah, our kids have to take and pass tests, but we really believe that we should be educating kids for life, not school. When kids get asked the question, what do you want to make? Kids want to make everything. It's not limited to, I want to make something that's an engineering project that involves, tools that are more science-based or engineering-based. Kids want to make music. They want to experience how do I sew and construct projects that I'm really interested in.
But as the years went on and Mr. Dickerson started making this class and then having Mr. P and then Bernard Hankins join in, this started evolving more and more. And as the collaborations and the ideas built, the structures built, the funding started raising, the ideas just, I guess, blew up.
Tonight we bring you the story about a local high school launching a record label inside its own walls.
I need to hear that
Rhapsody. Solos and sounds that they put out is just amazing to me. And then one year I saw the guys that, like, you gotta learn this on your own, and then prepare for a not
feeling come into fruition.
The videographer, photographers, dancers, and a whole host of business ventures. The founders of the organization say their core values are authentic artistry, meaningful media, and polish production.
A3 House. Come on! Let's go! A3 House record. Finally at the top. 3 years now. We made it, man. Everybody just wave. Yo, everybody just wave. Yo. Check it. Listen. Yo.
Hi everybody, I'm Bernard Hankins, Chief Creative Officer.
I'm Chance Dickerson, Director of Vision and Dreaming.
I'm Trevor Brzezinski, Primary Instigator.
And we are the lead executive team for A3 Records. So big news, on January 26th of this year, we officially launched A3 Records, a subsidiary of A3 House. So we had a big launch event. It was a party, pizza, performances. The kids watched a video about the rise of the record label, and then we gave them their contract, which signed them to an exclusive deal to us with A3 Records.
During the launch party, we had a bunch of us there, and they were showing us a slideshow of the announcement of the new label and the future that it was going to take, the website, the artists, the parties, all that. I thought at first that I didn't think that a school could actually make its own record label, but once I started seeing the facts and I saw like Mr. D started like throwing the party and showing the facts and like displaying all the possibilities, I just had to sign up for it because this is like a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, especially since I'm a senior and the year's almost over. When I heard about the announcement of A3 having its own label, I wanted to make a song that would be the theme song for the A3, and so what I wanted to do was build a song that would try to not just incorporate hip-hop, but incorporate jazz, it would incorporate classic, record dubstep, and just every single genre.
Well,
Mr. H came up to me and asked me to take a portrait of him, D, and Mr. P. And so what we did was we went to the WPAT studio and we set it up, and I brought my camera and gear, and we took multiple photos, and we edited it out and made it the magazine cover to represent A3 House Records. Just something to make it, give it an official feeling, and which it is. And I had a fun time doing it.
Launch party, that was really fun. Like, we performed and stuff. Like, as soon as they told us about A3 Records, when everybody got like so hyped, because it was like we actually signed to a record company. Like, everybody was just like so lit about it.
In January, we had like a kind of unexpected lunch party. Like, it just came out of nowhere. We was just told that we're about to be a label, so came a label. Then we ate pizza, went home.
I feel like that's when we all connected with the launch party, when we figured out what we could do within the record label. Just everybody kind of came together.
One of the most exciting things I've ever witnessed, because I honestly, like, coming here to Albemarle, I thought it was just going to be a really boring 9th grade year, and, you know, I thought it was just going to be, like, laid low, not really be a part of anything big, show. But then when we actually like launched a record label, like everything changed. Like I started getting in more into my animations and like the stuff that I truly like love to do. And honestly, like at the beginning of the year, I thought audio production was just gonna be me playing around with GarageBand or Ableton for the whole year. And I kind of didn't want to do that, but then we heard about the launch party, and then Mr. Dickerson said that we could literally incorporate like any art that we wanted to. And that's when I started drafting like animations, I started doing storyboards, and I started getting more into the animation community online and locally.
So do you want your full name or just Jinx?
Jinx.
So that's J-I-N-X?
Yeah, okay.
What do you do?
Well, mostly I do digital art and animate, but I like to write my own scripts and sometimes write my own lyrics too.
I chose Sound with A3 Records because, you know, this is what I always wanted, you know, to be signed to something, a record label or something, you know. It just gives me that open window to see how it's like to work with a record label, and it's just like a great experience. When I'm making music or making a beat, I feel like, I don't know, it feels amazing. Whatever you do is in you, and when you do it, it comes out. It's a positive thing, and it makes people happy, and it makes me happy. So
blame on me, you only see what you want to see. From all the good things that I've done, you only remember one. All you do is complain, will you care when I'm gone? Hey, hey, when I'm done looking at me in the eyes, saying that you memorize all my lies. But baby, can't you see how hard I try? So much more than all these average guys.
It brought out the real in me, something that I never thought I would show everyone. Like, I make a lot of music, and a lot of my music is different from the usual music that people here in America listen to. So when people hear my music, I don't want them to just think about it as hip-hop or something. I like mixing things, and, you know, I want people to hear something different, something more.
We got caught up in a blur. You're not who I thought you were. We got caught in a blur. You're not who I thought you were.
I said caught up first, and then after I said
No,
caught
that's
up.
good. That's good. I like it.
Okay.
You want to do it again? Just do it one more time.
Okay.
Please.
Say no.
We got caught up.
We got caught up in a blur.
But I mean, like, that actually sounds good though.
How are you breathing like that? Like, I want to do that.
Can you go higher? Like,
we got caught up in a blur. You're not who I thought you were.
My experience in A3 House is going to affect me in the future in a way that I might spend a lot of my time doing music, and I'm planning on having a studio at my house, in my basement, and I just want to continue what I started here.
yeah, I wanna get a college. I want to double major in business and music production. And I hope one day I have my own record label.
Oh yeah.
Hold
She
on.
got heavy balls.
I was eating a banana. Oh, hold on.
And I know it's an audition, but you can get animated with it. Like, you don't have to be like,
just saying the words.
Oh, I'm trying to get banana out of my teeth. It's sticky. I'm Elisa Maurice, and I'm not gonna be in the competition, but here you go. For the record, I'm not a rapper. You a poet, I'm a vet, point 'em out. Who's next? I can smell the fresh rush, hear the trickle in your sweat. I ain't done yet. I'm about to bring the heat. Hot as fire, grip the pliers, start ripping at your teeth. And it was you who wanted me, so I'ma put you underneath. And you can try to swim to see what's in the blocks up on your feet. It's really your decision where you want to end up missing medalists and closer than like I can come in one day and be like, well, I was writing a rap last class, but this class I'm gonna work on my Etsy store. I'm gonna try and get some more listings up, or you know, I was working on this beat last class, but today I'm really upset and want to put my thoughts down in some sort of lyrics for something. So it's kind of just whatever you want to make it. It's whatever you want to do that day, whatever direction your creativity is pulling you in, whatever's going to make you feel better for the rest of the day.
Let's start with Josiah, A3 dance choreographer, photographer, and podcaster, working here with Miss Barron on his latest novel. Rakira arranges footage for a film project she's giving to her favorite teen couple, while Jinx continues animating her latest cartoon series. Landon catches the Black Beatles beat and discovers a new passion for hip-hop instrumentals. Alex helps a friend in the robotics lab, a place A3 artists go often to seek the engineering wisdom of Mr. Menadu. Back in A3 offices, Desi designs her new Dreamcatcher project, part of a larger art installation to be viewed at Charlottesville's X Park this spring. Logan pursues his passion for video gaming through a live stream video game podcast he's marketing online. Audio production, video production, and broadcasting generates an online following of Xbox One users.
And that's what's special about this class, because like in other classes, you know what to expect, you know, like, okay, get your homework out, we're gonna take some notes, we have a quiz today, but in this class you really just never, you don't have to worry about all that.
That also creates a dreadful feeling, like,
Yeah.
I know I'm gonna have to do this today,
Yeah.
that is really gonna suck,
And
but, you know, in this class you're like, well, I don't have to work on this if I don't want to. Maybe I'm like hitting a creative roadblock and I want to do something else, and you can, which is why it's different from other classes. And you're not dreading coming into the class because you don't even know what you're going to be doing yet, and you can do whatever you want.
Freedom can range from so many different things, but freedom in A3 Records is, yes, it technically we're still young and we're still in a school system, but when we get to aspire personally in stuff that we are so good at, whether it's like makeup or music or singing or art or anything, you get a chance to actually show what you can do, and you get to be free with it.
It takes your life and it unmolds you from what society has put you in the box to be.
If I didn't sign with A3 Records, I would probably still be writing in my journal, like all like my poetry and my beautiful songs, but you know, I usually throw it away anyways. So like a lot of good songs and stuff that I made, they're all in the trash. I thought I was trash. I was really embarrassed. I was really shy of trying to read my poetry in front of people, and A3 really got me out of that. I'm you know, full Black Power. So I probably, you know, inspire a lot of African American people, aka Afro American people. I really show a lot of, you know, Black is beautiful for young ladies, and show that men are powerful. They don't need to be rappers in order to, you know, make it in life. For being an A3, it doesn't affect me in such an amazing, powerful way, because, like I said, before I came here, like, I like to write poetry, but I never like to talk in front of people. Now I don't care who you are, I'm gonna still talk in front of you. And Mr. Hankins has been an amazing person to getting me out of that shy circle. For now, I was in an African festival and speak in front of people, and you know.
I would love for us to stand up and use our amazing voices to stand against these inner people who thought they could treat us any kind of way, just because they don't understand us. It's not easy, but I want you to see that we do have a chance, and we will in fact succeed. I promise you that we might feel defeated, but you can't give up. We have to fight for what we believe in. And just because we're magical doesn't mean we're invisible. Black Lives Matter.
My mom, every day I come home, I'm like, Mom, you know, I got this, I did that at the, A3 Records. She would have never thought to see me like this. Like, you see me, you're so powerful. I know I would have never done that last year. I would have never did my poetry. Now all my teachers know I do poetry, and they love it. Just to open up their arms, like, you can show your talent. So for real, if y'all have any talents out there or any, like, small things that you might think is small, but it's huge. I thought poetry was tiny. I thought poetry was nothing. I didn't think I really could write poetry or could sing or rap. But seeing that people are actually listening, actually will really care about your art is beautiful. It's amazing.
Beautiful, intelligent, strong, powerful, beautiful, intelligent, strong, powerful, beautiful, intelligent, strong.
Always been vetting and nursing. Those are my top. They've always been at the top of the list. But after being in the office and being with A3 Records for so long, as in the year's time, I could say that my aspiration life now could probably be making music. Not as like a full-blown job, but like a side job. That could be something I do.
Your average girl, she got a nice flow. As the words come out, she come alive. As if it was yesterday. But I know I'm just a broken record stuck on replay. What happens when I leave here and I'm out of sight when I'm going home at the end of the night when the lights out and the tears fall and the picture in my head is of me up against the wall. Then I see that record.
A3 Records for a typical day. Not like your typical classroom or office space, you could say. You're basically like set, you're not set free, you have some boundaries, but your boundaries are limited. It's like, I'll use my word, hustlenomics, because other classes you're like, get this done, normal routine, do this, do that. You gotta follow the syllabi and do whatever they tell you to do for the next 180 some days, and that's or somebody else's terms. When you go into A3 office, you doing your own stuff at your own pace, and you getting stuff done. However efficiently you want to get it. If you want to take forever to get it done, you take forever to get it done. If you want to get it done right away, you get it done right away. It is strictly business. You have fun, but it's also business, hustling, doing what you got to do, helping others, producing yourself and people with you. They're giving me confidence, the ability to do more teamwork, me character. I mean, I had character before now, but it's built my character. Just sitting at A3, you get a good vibe. I've never been in the A3 house or in A3 Records in the office where I have just felt like, wow, I really hate that person over there, or they faces really getting on my nerves. They irking my soul. I've had a couple problems like that before. But when we became A3 Records, everything was strictly business, hustle, life. We was taking it to the real world. That A3 ain't gonna help me do nothing but grind and build a business and do everything I need to do. It ain't gonna help me do nothing else but hustle.
Until I dismantle. Born in a small town where nobody lives. First lesson I was taught is that you get what you give. Meaning nothing is a given, gotta work for them bills. Where they pop.
Come on.
I was trying to like create like a connection with.
I don't like it in here. There's so much metal. Like,
oh, too much metal. You want to do it outside then?
Yeah, like we can go flat if we want to. I can.
My name is Alex Susi, and I am the video photographer using the drone in class. I've been flying drones maybe over a little year and a half now, starting something small to getting something even a little bit bigger. Well, a drone is a four-bladed quadcopter that can fly in the air, any angle, left, right, forward, back. It can record, it can go a few miles out, it can go a few miles up in the air. I first started out actually with some pretty small drone, figuring, oh, drones are pretty cool. Let's try something new in the class. Nobody's ever tried. And he thought it was a really good idea. And then we transferred using the DJI Phantom, which allowed a wide span of everything from recording from even at school to the X Park.
Polish? Yeah. I mean, you polish like you clean. Bald head, no Mr. Clean. I abolish the scene. Stepping on you like a mean bean. I'ma sling you up like green beans. And you know how I be from Queens, Brooklyn, Landon. And you know I'm moved up. And I'm like a keyboard. Oh yeah, get tuned up. Black or white keys. I check like Nike and promise I shoot movies, no Spike Lee. Yeah, you talk about the color red or maybe Red Foreman off with the head cause he had a bald spot. You know that 70s show, Red Foreman had a bald spot? Come on, I'ma be off top. Okay, the flow lazy, beat by Mo, but I'm moving with A3. Nah, I be 8 feet deep in your concrete sleep.
I remember the first year we did a cypher. It was me, a kid named Zach, Grace Bradley, and a couple others, and we were just drove over to MHS. We got in their studio, and we were like, okay, this is what theirs looks like compared to ours. Maybe we can improve on some stuff. And then we made our first ever cypher with MHS and AHS, and to me that was, I think, the starting point of my hip-hop career. Because I was starting to make my own rhymes, make my own flows, show the speeds that I can do, show the lyrics I can prove, and it just kicked off from there.
My name's Junior. I'm part of A3 House Records because I'm one of their artists, one of their stars. And you know, A3 House just mean a lot because it's just, you know, it just let me feel like myself. I just like being able to express how I feel at any point in time. And it's just like, music has always been there for me growing up. I ain't really have friends.
I just looked at it as like a getaway, pretty much, like a second home. That's what my relationship was with it and all that. An opportunity to be yourself and express yourself in a way that not only you didn't know, but other people didn't know about it. So that's why I said it was like an opportunity.
A3 just means so much to me. If I could sit in the office all day, I would.
It helped me find myself, and that's one of the biggest things ever, because some people don't find themselves until they're like older or something, but for now I know what I want and I know what my passion is. And even though I don't end up being a musician, at least I have that picture of, you know, what I always wanted to be.
It's been like a blessing. Like, I've been waiting on like music, to make something out of music all my life. Like in Mississippi, I never had like the skills or like the tools required because I couldn't like either afford them or have access to them. But when I came down here, it was like, oh, they're waiting on me. It was just like a new world to explore. So to me, A3 is just like a blessing. They helped me out with what I wanted to do for myself. My name is So Savage Meek. They call me So Savage Meek because I'm so savage, and my last name is Meek. I took out the EY, so it's Meek. You know what I'm saying? But look, I'm a rapper, not an adapter.
I like the close-up there.
I'm about to play this song for y'all. One on. I'm gonna play 3 on, because I'm working on a mixtape called OI the Mixtape. It's coming soon. The story.
When I first started going in there, Chance Dickerson was giving me like tools on like why should you EQ or why should you use sidechain, why should you compress and this and that. But now it's kind of like can't really ask him no more because like he kind of knows too much now. Like he knows stuff I don't know.
I've been making beats since I was around like 14. I got a copy of FL Studio and I just played around with it a little bit. And then I got a little bit better because I didn't have any kind of training. I was just messing around myself. But then when I came to this class, I got to experiment with Ableton. And then I got way more skills because Ableton was way easier to use than FL, in my opinion at least. But also I was getting like basically tutored A3 Records helped me by like helping me get better with making beats and like I guess getting more familiar with that type of software and environment. And like I can like produce actual songs now with professional sounding like voice effects, and I can actually make something that would sound like something you buy in the store instead of like a little amateur sounding thing that somebody just made like in their basement or something.
Kind of like a hit or miss thing on, you know, whether people actually see every song you put up. But if you just put them up and you've got a bunch to look at, when someone does see that one, they'll go to your page.
It started my career. I mean, like, this is what I want to do. I want to make music for a living. I don't want to be behind a desk working for some company my whole life. Like, it's helping me right now. Like, this right here, it's not like it's free, but I mean, like, it is free. Like, they're giving you free time, free studio time, free everything. Like, when you get older, out of high school, you're going to have to pay for these type of things. Like, it's giving me, like, a stepping stone, basically, to start my career.
Well, for starters, it's giving me a studio that I don't have to charge. I get charged constantly for. But I mean, it's giving me an opportunity to like actually make something and actually push myself to actually distribute something. Because when I started out, I was only starting out with making like little amateur stuff and just posting on my SoundCloud and see if people even noticed it. And I'm getting more focused on how it should sound, and I can't just second slop it like if it's some homework. I want to actually detail it to the point where if this were a project, I don't want to go for the 90, I want to go for the 110.
What would you do if I told you the world's yours? You gotta understand the world's lost. What would you do if I told you the world's yours?
Like if it's R, B flat major 7, would it sound better if it's an E natural or an E flat?
Hip-Hop Appreciation Week, I recorded the hip-hop dancing, obviously, the beats, the people around it, the crowd. I got every little view, angle you could think of.
You know, we have Hip Hop Appreciation Week. It's on March 29th, and it's on a Wednesday during Chat in the Breezeway. Now, my question for you is, who do you think is going to be the best rapper?
Probably Envy.
All right, anybody else?
Henry, So Savage.
Zeus. We have a lot of rappers. Kaiji. Wait, just one?
Yeah.
That's a hard. I can't pick. I'm sorry.
Zeus. 4K.
The best beat maker. I think it's gonna be Sam.
Sam.
Definite?
Sam.
Sam.
Lil Brazen. It's Sam. He's the best beat maker.
Obviously me. I am.
Hey man, it's Hunter. Well, Hip Hop Week for me was more so like getting a chance to like show people what you're about and everything. My role in Hip Hop Week, I was one of the rappers in the cypher, and that week we had the tournament. I think it was real successful because it gave everybody a chance to open up their self and basically present their self to everyone else freely and not be scared.
The Cypher. Yeah, the Cypher. The Cypher was fun. The Cypher was real fun. With MHS, we just got like, I don't know, we kind of like bonded, but I know we kind of like, if it was a competition, we would have won because we had like better rappers.
It was just all the artists from MHS and AHS coming together and collabing on one beat. Instead of rapping on the instrumental to Cream, it was like a band and they redid it like with live instruments. So that was kind of cool.
I never thought I would meet someone who've worked with a lot of artists, famous artists like that. So it was just amazing talking to him and all the advices he gave me. He's definitely a great person, and yeah, he told me to be patient, and that's the biggest thing ever. Cause you know, without that, you could like end up being something that you're not. You know.
You're not living the. I'm not talking to you right now. I'm preaching you, man. Okay, this sermon is for you. If you're not living the go to school, go to college, get married, have kids, job, die. That's it. That's the life, right? So if you're not living that particular equation, automatically it's doubt. It's doubt from them on you. They were afraid to do what you're doing. That's all it is. They were afraid to step out.
My name is Morgan Rose, and I do photography, design, and organizing events for A3. Hip Hop Appreciation Week was a week that A3 Records dedicated to the appreciation of different forms of hip hop and hip hop related arts. And basically my role in it was organizing our showcase event thing that we had, which was a competition between beat making artists and also rap artists, rappers. And I was the host of that event, and it went pretty well. Like, it was probably the most exciting thing that I've ever done here at Albemarle, so I hope it was that exciting for everybody else that was involved in it. I actually have pretty bad stage fright, so being able to be up on our stage that we had and speaking to a crowd of like 500 people, wasn't it a lot of people? It was like 500 people.
For those of you guys who don't know me, I'm Morgan. I'm really excited for this event today.
That surprised me a lot because I didn't think that I would ever be able to confidently do that, and I can honestly say that I was pretty confident when I was up here, so I was happy with myself.
Somebody was in my audio production class, and you can't pry him away from the computer, so I give a lot of props to this artist. Let's give it up for Nick Gibson!
Hip Hop Week was challenging, but you know, I kind of knew I was gonna win, but
obviously I am.
Saying like we had a lot of good artists and you know beat makers and stuff, and I felt challenged, and that was a good thing to see a lot of young people coming out like that.
Right here, we're at the spot where everybody performed at for their music. I was one of the runner-ups, but then I came out on top and I won. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of nervous at first, but like, as soon as I spit that first bar, everything clicked.
That day was, I guess I don't have words for it because like, it was pretty amazing because it wasn't just people who would like be in the studio like bumping the music and be like, okay, this guy has dope flows. It was literally probably more than half the school out in the breezeway, and you have this entire circle. Everyone's on like 4/5 of the circle, and then the rappers and beat makers are on the other 1/5, and it's just bass bumping, flows dropping. It was just.
I tell you, at the hip hop festival, the talent, it got better. After each person, it got better, and better.
And you had people like from Mesa, from like the arts club, or from the sports club, or people who actually liked hip hop, or even teachers who don't associate themselves with like hip hop music. They're just watching and being impressed. This was just amazing. I didn't win, but I felt.
That was a good experience for me. I never had a school, especially like doing an event like that at school. I never experienced that type of sense of community. But a lot of people liked it. A lot of people showed up. We did our thing.
And to me, I feel like the Hip Hop Appreciation Week was a week of building courage, to build strength in people, and to show that they don't have to worry as much because the community, especially this community, will bring so much love back to them. And it's just what makes me happy when I see that. It's when people get so hyped and they enjoy everything no matter what's going on.
My name is Tori, and my role at
What interested me in special effects makeup was when I was about 15 or 16, my mom wanted to be Little Red Riding Hood and her husband wanted to be the Big Bad Wolf. So she wanted to do some type of like scratch makeup, like across like her face and her chest. So she went and bought the stuff and she was like, hey, let's figure out how to do this. Before we turned into the Hustlenomics in Chance Dickerson's class, basically, it was just like any other class that we had to take in school. I don't want to say it was boring, even though it was boring, you know, like you sit there at a desk and you take notes and you take tests and quizzes, and no one really wanted to do any of that. Like, we weren't really learning. So when he decided that this is not finance, this is not how you learn to do stuff, he was like, let's get our hands into things. So when he started talking about the ideas of, instead of just sitting at a desk and watching PowerPoints of what to do, you actually do it yourself.
If I play it all, like the whole.
Yeah. I don't know if cake today.
Leading up to the Hustle Showcase, I didn't really know what to aspire in at first. I was like, okay, well, obviously I want to graduate, but everyone's doing like, oh, I want to graduate, but I can't really get my hands into that. So I decided, let's bring out something of me that I don't show as often. So I've been in the drama and theater department for quite a few years, and I've always done makeup. So I was like, okay, let's try doing my special effects makeup. So I started just doing little things like friends of mine in the classes and stuff, I do makeup on them. Just to show people what I'm capable of, and everyone like fell in love with it. They were like, this is so cool. It was on everyone's Snapchats, Facebooks. So as the year went on, I just continued to grow into my own business of doing makeup. If it wasn't for A3 Records and just being in this program, I never would have brought up this side of me as much as I have, because no one, like, other than this, like, I don't really have any other time, way, place, or anything to do makeups like this. No one can really find out who I am. So with doing it in the A3 Records, people know who I am, people know what I do, they know Tori, they know to get Torified, you know.
My business is Torification. I do these special effects around the school, as some of you guys have seen. I am looking for models for...
One girl from this school, she saw my flyers around school, and she saw my commercial and the announcements. She messaged me personally. She was like, hey, my name is so-and-so, I'm a sophomore, and I was wondering if I could be your model for your showcase. And I was like, heck yeah, you can. Come on, man. So she came in, and she was great. I had a great time. It was really nice. That was like my first actual time doing something for people to see, other than people seeing like my videos or my people on Snapchat seeing people taking Snapchats of what I'm doing.
It was a lot of fun, and I got to witness everything that was going on. I got to witness people getting their haircuts, people getting like fake blood tattoos or something, people seeing art being made. I really enjoyed it, and I like things like that, because like it shows like the school's not meant for just academics. It shows that the school can bring other things besides academics and sports and stuff. It shows that they can build craft, they can like entrepreneurship, the music. It was so much fun.
It's like this giant thing you walk through, and it's got all these dream catchers and things around it that incorporate to like the A3 house and A3 Records. My role was to basically design it. With the Dream Tunnel, honestly, I didn't ever think it would be able to become a thing. I thought it was just going to be a sketch like forever. So with the whole sketching, it became from just a regular little archway, and then it became a tunnel, and then it became like a portal. We showed it to Menendir, and he kind of just was like, that's really cool, and he kind of like helped us make it a thing. The Dream Tunnel and the Ixart Park event was to the entrance of where to get the tickets and stuff, and to the entrance of like the inside. you would have to like walk through it and see all the dream catchers and have like this little experience. And even like people who are like, if they were disabled or people had like strollers and stuff, they had little ramps so people could like go up in it. The installations that were in it, which is me and Emmy, she helped me with dream catchers. Carlos did he did graffiti on the side, and then Menendier's class, they did some stuff on the side, like the gears that moved. A3 Records has helped me with the Dream Tunnel by actually making me like be able to make it actually become real instead of just like a sketch on paper. They have helped me a lot to actually like be able to like not hide all my art and be like, oh, this is stupid, I'll never be able to do this. And I feel like now I'll be able to get somewhere with my art instead of not actually think I won't. I just want to do something with my life, and I'd rather have it be my art than just like go to college, do this, do some boring career, instead have like a career I actually like. The X Park event, like leading up, was so stressful. It was so annoying. Sometimes I just wanted to scream. But when we finally got to the event and we were setting up, it was just like, we finally get to do this. And at night, whenever all the lights got up, it was just so pretty. Everybody was enjoying themselves. My mom and dad, like, they loved it. They were so proud of me, and just seeing my parents that proud of me, like, made me so happy. When I saw it finally in place at the X Park, it made me like so like finally relieved that it was there. And then when I saw it, like the red carpet leading up to it, I was just like, wow, they actually like put a red carpet to it, and it looks so nice. I just hope everyone liked it, and a lot of people did.
What I learned from Hip Hop Creation Week to the Hustle Showcase is the lighting matters. Like hip hop, it was brighter outside, while during the Hustle Showcase it was a little bit darker. You have to take into like contrast that every little light beam matters. You can mess up footage, you can, certain angles will make it just straight white.
Miles away, knew I couldn't stay, never really had a choice. Last time I heard your voice, it was a symphony, and I knew you were meant for me, but I had to say goodbye.
I'm Ethan Beckwith, and I work for A3 Records as a photographer, and I use this Nikon to take my pictures. I've basically just been working on a photography business, and I wouldn't necessarily say that it's like a full-time thing yet, but it's definitely a thing that I've started to become more attached to, and starting to develop feelings for it, if you would say that. And hopefully someday my business will be on par with some of the other professional photography businesses out there.
And what sets you apart from all the other photographers?
What sets me apart is that I try to look at everything. Well, it was very very traditional before the A3 Records, but after that everything just kind of sort of blossomed. He noticed some things in me and various other amazing artists. He noticed in me that I like to make music, but I don't really see that as a profession in the future for me. It's just a hobby. But one day I was just like, I should go take some pictures, and I did it, and he liked them, and so I just kept doing that ever since. Well, the reason I wear the suit is because, I usually only wear the suit when I'm presenting my work. So, like, if I'm going, for example, the X Art Park that was held by A3 Records a couple weeks ago, I was in this suit, and this is being known more as the suit. I wear this one mainly when I'm showcasing my art, because I feel as if I'm not presentable, then my pictures aren't presentable, and which in turn makes my business not presentable. Because if I look messy, I feel as if people will think I take messy photos, even if they're right in front of them. So I want to try to make it look professional and presentable for my business. How I felt after the Hustle Showcase was really interesting, but I felt really energized, and I felt more inclined to show my work to other people, where I was more reclusive at first and not really willing to show it to others. But now I want to try to set up like a little art showcase for me and maybe other artists at SIBO Coffee sometime, hopefully maybe, to get off their work too while also promoting my business. The X Park Showcase was really, really important to me because that was a huge event with, there's going to be a lot of people there, so I had to be at my best, and it was really cool because I got to meet a photographer that's been doing it for years. I think A3 Records is going to help me in the future because I've learned a lot of valuable skills being a part of this, whereas if I wasn't a part of this, I feel as if I wouldn't have, or I wouldn't have been as motivated as I am to present my work or even update my work. But I think that's the one thing that A3 Records has really done for me, is just really motivate me and encourage me to do something that a lot of people say I'm talented in, whereas I don't really see it personally.
And I knew you were meant for me, but I had to say goodbye.
Yeah.
But I could never say
Goodbye is a word that means you're really gonna leave, never coming back. But I don't want to believe, cause he has so much fun, and now I'm just a no one. Lonely and afraid, don't wanna reach out to anyone. Friends told me get a shorty, yo I found one, but I told them no.
All my hobbies, whether it be sports, like lacrosse, track, field hockey, or art, like writing, photography, design, anything like that, I feel like what I do is beautiful. Like, I feel like what my goal is to make it as beautiful as possible, and whether that's having a really good technique on something that I'm doing in a sport, or making a beautiful like piece of art that I produce, then I just want it to be beautiful, if not to other people, to myself, and I just want to make myself proud. My role leading up to the X Park event was helping design the magazine that we had out there, and I worked with the UVA members that were actually doing this as their project, and they came in one day and we talked about ideas that we could do, and the next week when they came back, we had people in our class designing their own pages of what they do, like who they are, anything they wanted to show. And then we put it all together, and I designed the cover out of one of my photos that I took, and I incorporated my design skills into that. So I brought all my favorite talents together, I guess, and that was a big accomplishment for me, so I was proud of that.
And I knew you were meant for me, but I had to say goodbye. But I could never say goodbye.
Emmanuel Shiflett. I'm gonna cry. Hi. I'm calling to ask about a rate for...
Alright, my name is Emmy. I am the Dream Facilitator and Public Relations Officer here at A3 Records. I deal with producing and coordinating events here at A3, and I also do a lot of work with some of the artists and trying to make their visions become a reality.
Everything's pushed back 20 minutes?
I don't know. We're looking pretty decent. Like, everybody's set up. Or you're just saying because according to the schedule?
For performers.
Everything is supposed to start at 7, like the music.
Yeah, no. If they have a performance like 7:45, we could push it back 20 minutes.
Yeah.
A3 Records and A3 Studio definitely helped me with getting connected, I would say, in the community. It's almost like a second home. You practically live in this building, in this room, to the extent of you just spend all your time here. You don't even want to go home. It's just great feeling. Before A3 Records, I had a lot of difficulties with time management and organization because I'm not usually a very organized person. I do not do well with time restraints. But being able to coordinate the showcase and help with this documentary, it's something that made me evolve as a person and completely change how I run my life now.
Alright, cool.
All right, D.
Yes,
We're
ma'am.
looking at about $160.10 for t-shirts.
You said 165?
160.
Okay, so we can use less than a G.
70. So people that are doing waiting are sitting in the VIP
Alright, well, can you
section.
get on them?
I don't.
Alright.
For the future, it's giving me new skills that I can use in regards to becoming something more than just an average employee. I bring something special when I go into a workplace. Or we can just do probably what we originally planned and do kind of like go to Sam's Club and buy like cans of soda and chips, stuff like that. The 8th3 X Park Showcase, I coordinated the with a lot of help from Bernard Higgins and Chance Dickerson, and probably I took on a lot more than I should have, but that is fine. It turned out amazing. I also helped some of the artists with working on their projects. I helped do layout of the whole set list, where everyone was going to be, what time, and coordinating the catering and everything else like that. My favorite part of the showcase would have to be Destiny Barnett's Dream Tunnel. That was one of my favorite things that I had the pleasure of helping with, and I got to make some of those dream catchers that were absolutely beautiful. That was probably my favorite part, besides Anaja's performance on stage.
I gotta see this.
Okay, well,
I gotta see what this is. Because this man is putting on gloves and he has a nice little needle in his gun. What is?
It says ticket pricing on the thing, so tickets.
Shh, quiet.
Boy.
This man legit was.
It's so extra.
Oh my, what? What? Yo, this is seriously the A3 House Showcase? Service swag bag drone lesson.
A swag bag.
It's absolutely amazing.
Who's gonna?
So, our tickets are in.
Bro.
Yes, check these out.
So lit.
Alright, VIP badges are in.
Yeah.
They look cool.
Alright, Mr. Menendez kids are making the lanyards from scratch, and they're actually really high quality.
So let me know if you want to sell tickets.
I want to sell tickets.
Alright.
I'm selling.
The list of art stations and activities that we have so far, and there are a few more will be added to that, but this is what we have so far, which is like more than enough to fill up the entire inside and spill out to the.
So we're not gonna give out the VIP to the night of. You can sell them, but people when we show up the night of, we'll put you give them their lanyard.
So you're selling them?
Yeah, you're selling them.
Why sell them?
We're not gonna give people because if they lose, then that's too.
Yeah, if they lose them, then if they
So
don't have,
why not sell them the night of?
Yeah, they're
because we want to make sure people are gonna come.
art. It's very cool.
So you're gonna sell them. You just like, if you want to take one.
Next we have Landon. Dude, like what you were just doing just now, that could be like a whole station by itself, like a looping station. We need to talk to our department. Someone working on marketing, because once David gets the video finished, then we need to blast it on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram.
No, it's finished, but just that I'm having trouble sharing it because it's sends to him, but then it says something about Google Drive, and then.
So can you make a list of these different things? T-shirt, raffle, CD, glow sticks, and an A3 poster.
Just make sure you're not losing money.
T-shirts and iron-on
Right.
are already.
Because the posters money to make and T-shirts money to make.
Right, because the poster.
Make sure it's below $15.
Right.
I got almost all of them. I gathered a couple. Yeah.
All right, now are we gonna get these printed off? We're gonna print them off in like nice paper.
Yeah.
What size?
You need to go to the photography art, well, the photography room.
They have on paper.
They have the printers, the printers.
A map of your zone with how many tables and what's gonna go on the tables. And then a list of equipment that's gonna go with it. Okay? So for Landon and Graham, we're gonna have 4 tables. You need to look at how many speakers you're gonna have, how many TV screens, how many. We have the digital music zone, which is gonna be Landon and Graham. Then we have the digital media zone, which is going to be Jinx, Destiny, and David. We call it like Legendary Goddess.
Call
that good old movie.
Call it Menage.
Legendary Goddess.
Call it Nigel's World.
Not maybe.
I like that, Max.
I
like that.
Nigel's World.
I'll pick one off the spray paint.
It's the same one.
That's the same one?
Yeah, it's the same as that.
You know how you got homecoming on Sunday every year? And ain't nobody got their hair done on Thursday, no nothing. So you're rushing to get everybody's haircuts, hairstyle, and everything. Get everybody in their dresses, their shoes that still fit. And if it don't fit, you gotta go back and get more stuff. That's how it's seeming right now. Y'all know I got little short legs, y'all want my little legs. Y'all was using this? That's cheer paint.
Sorry.
Plan B. Cut a piece of cardboard, fit in a shirt where that is lining up.
You still want to use the spray can?
Locate time, hidden in the middle of the old state mind. With my heart at VA, where I still swing vines. It's my jungle, I'm humble until I realize that I'm way too gone. Running on a road that is way too long, soul's wear to the bone, and I'm too headstrong for my own good. Living like I'm able to play.
All right, it's the night before showcase, and we are trying to pack up everything. And for once in my life, I'm actually not nervous about the upcoming event. So I feel like even though we are pressing last minute, like, we've put a lot of work in on the front end as far as like getting things organized and getting kids excited about it. We got some good press, and I feel like it's gonna be a dope night. And so now it's just like, let's manage. My least favorite word, least favorite thing. Let's manage materials, manage equipment, manage the rest of the time tonight. We got about 3.5 hours or 4 hours before the building shut down. So it's just like kind of grind time, but it's exciting too. So I'm really looking forward to see what happens. And I get paid tomorrow. That's always good.
Yeah, as me and Mr. Dixon talk about, I'm not really the physical guy. I like to do stuff in my head. So he likes to be in motion. I much rather just like big vision picture. Not that I'm not concerned about the technical, but I'm definitely concerned about the experience. How are the VIP people going to experience tomorrow? Their badge, they show up, there's food, is there enough food? Are they gonna enjoy the little gift bags we have for them, the keepsakes that they get to take away? So I like to think of the overall experience. So tomorrow I'm hoping that when people leave, they're gonna say that was a great experience.
I'm very excited about the beat making station. My most exciting part of the show is like the beat making station and the digital media station, where you can like project animation and draw live animation and see it up on the big screen. Like, those are my two. I think those are gonna be very, very fun places to come visit tomorrow. So got to put a lot of focus on that.
This is a school day, a normal school day. You know, I went home after school, and I just felt like coming back. You know, and finishing my work. You know.
Alright.
So is my picture a no-go?
I didn't think it was a no-go. I think
It's the door.
It's definitely gonna be, it's edgy, but if you have the other side.
Well, I say it's very edgy, so See y'all, I work hard all night. I'm about to go home and finish up a project that I gotta do. And then I'm gonna try and get some sleep. I doubt that's gonna happen. And then I still gotta get up here, take a test in the morning, and be ready for showcase. These are two I got. But
Those are the ones you bought, so give this one to the person and we'll hold this one at the door for you.
I told H he gotta save me 2 bags because y'all clarified me as a VIP. So this VIP VIP needs a bag, and my mama.
Y'all could be in the VIP section and getting food. Well, not the VIP food. Look, we're trying to make some money.
Look, go.
Yeah, go make moves.
Why he sending me home? Y'all see this? He's sending me home. I'm gonna leave because my mom should be here in Miami.
Okay, cool.
Is it raining?
It just started raining. I'll be in the building. I'm off. I took off for tomorrow, so I'm just gonna be a free agent. But for most of the morning and stuff, I'm gonna be at the X.
All right. See ya.
See you, man.
Yeah.
This one song's gonna carry me away. Days come and go like the way.
Alright, okay. See, never lie, just tell those trust in life. Never die, just repel that kitchen knife. Never cry, don't do it, just go beyond. You'll find the one you're meant to bond, just trust me. I put this game before and I pop it 10 more times. So I'm gonna keep going till that stop sign shows at a point I can get out of this war. This war survival makes it my own rival. Just keep coming up in that
Take this box and take it over. Let's see what's in here.
Cable.
Take it to this table. Be setting up your station. You need to be setting up your station. We have to go.
Let's go.
From here, start the red carpet as far as it will go.
That X Park, that was a lot of fun. Like setting up everything, and then we were running a little late. So then I was like, okay, no one else wants to go first. I'll go first, and then it was like a lot of fun, especially when I was like yelling, "Mr. Dirksen, get on stage!" And he's like, "Just stop what are you doing?" He ran up there, and we started freestyling with each other. And you know what, freestyle is fun when both of them, when like you and another person are freestyling back and forth, exchanging bars. Because I kicked it off, and then the hype kept on going in the VIP area. Because then Quadre showed up, and then Savage.
It was the best night I've had since being an A3. It was so much fun because everybody that was there got to express how they were feeling. Everybody got to express everything that they had been working on, anything they had been doing. Like with me, I performed, and I was also showing my artwork with like wood transfers, my spray painting, my marker work. I showed all of that. And I also was doing some of my fashion stuff while I was out there too, because that's what I've been working on.
I loved the showcase. It was so much fun. It was like a farmer's market of like teenagers. And it was a really good time for people to actually see hands-on what we were doing. I had a lot of people coming up and asking me questions, talking to me about my business.
The showcase was great. What I liked the most is towards the end when Envy was doing the performances and stuff like that. It was pretty dope because that's something that I've always wanted to see, and to see young people going out like that and people coming out to support was amazing.
A3 at Albemarle High School. Gotta be where it's at, cause we the littest. Come on, we lit.
My emotion from the beginning was like, I don't want to be here. There's nobody that looks like me here. I don't want to, be in that, circle. But then when we actually started getting into it at the end, it was really extremely lit. Me and Envy, shout out to you, bro. We were so lit. I feel like me and him we really made the show. We made the show live, funny, entertaining. We really gave the XR Park showcase life.
One word. I guess I just call it family, but I mean, the arts to me is like another family, and they just love and sweat and tears, showing everything that they can do, and they just want to prove what they can do, and they don't want someone holding them down and just putting them restrictions and being like, you can't do this, you can't do that. Me, when I see arts and music, I see the infinite amount of possibilities that can happen. No limits, no structure.
Unstoppable, because like it's like nothing we can't do in here. You know, like, see what I'm saying?
There's not really any meaning to the word no, because there's no limit to what we can create in here. Honestly, I can't come up with just one word. It's extremely difficult to do such a thing because there are so many things that go on in A3 Records that people wouldn't think that an 18-year-old or 16-year-old or 17-year-old would be able to do at this given time in their life, and just given the opportunity, it's amazing.
You really can't. At this point, there's like so many words I could describe it because it's done so much for me and so much for other kids. I mean, most kids I've known were so shy before they got to it, and now they're just like everywhere, and their talent is like beyond, and they show it.
A3 Records has meant so much to me. I transferred here in November from a different state. I was just like, oh yay, another new school, what am I gonna do? But being in A3 Records and people seeing what I'm capable of and meeting all these new people, it helped me open up so much to so many people. I made so many great friends that I never thought I would have been friends with, and now I know that I'm going to have those people like by my side after graduation. Everyone is so like friendly, and everyone's just so open, and everyone just wants to help each other.
So I see it as the arts and music as another family that shows that they love and support everything that each other does, and when anything happens, and just want to enjoy and have a good time.
Just show support and that people actually appreciate us, and we're not doing this by ourselves, but there are people out there who care about us and they want to see us succeed. They're willing to support, which makes me wish I was here for like one more year at least. You know, it would have been great.
When I come back, it's always gonna be the same.
I'm never going to fully lose the experience of being with, because it's something that I'm always going to come back to. I'll take the drive to come here to visit and participate in whatever's going on.
Y'all ain't gonna ever be able to get rid of me, because when I'm down in ODU and I'm there for my freshman year and all that, when I come back on, who gonna be at the school on Friday afternoon, because I'm coming. I'm coming to the office, so who is gonna be there? A3 Records better have them doors open at all times. Oh, y'all didn't see me Friday? Okay, make sure you're at the office on Saturday, because I'm gonna pop up. I will walk to the office.
So I'm gonna cry when I say this. My makeup a little good right now, so it's gonna be real mad. A3 Records is like a huge family. When I came in here, I didn't have an attitude, but I was kind of, the cool chick. I didn't want to really, I didn't talk to nobody at all. But yeah, it's just like, I want to say thank you to y'all, because y'all really got me out of my circle, and I feel like without y'all, I wouldn't be where I am today.
If the opportunity comes to be part of A3 Records, whether it be on the musical art side of it, or the business side of it, or a conglomerate of both, is that you should really take that opportunity as an advantage, because it's really been helpful for me, whereas if I didn't take it, I don't feel as if I would, like I said, I would be as motivated as I am right now.
I thought I didn't have any talent. I know we went through everything. We knew I wasn't a rapper, we knew I wasn't a singer, but we were thinking, what am I good at? I'm good at beats, but I'm not all that good at beats. So what am I good at? But after that, I think I was still gonna give it up, but he told me, don't stop giving up. As you keep on doing it, it's going to get better and better.
And I know there's a number of kids even this year who really, like, you just see that, like, man, I can do, look what I can do. Like, I can do this, and if I can do this, what can I do? And
I'll never forget this experience. And the biggest thing I took from it is that always be yourself and do what you gotta do. It don't matter who's watching. Just do you. and the people who love you will appreciate it.
And that's what he promotes in A3 Records or the studio, is to be yourself, pretty much. Individuality. And that's one thing that when I first came in, I didn't want to like accept, or like I was too ignorant to actually like look towards. But going back, that's what he really like helped me like instill into myself, pretty much, that drive and individuality, pretty much. And that's like the key to success. They're not just being a good artist or producer, but a good, matter of fact, great person in life.
To me, A3 Records is, you know, we've talked for years about authenticity and what it means to give kids an opportunity to produce authentic materials and to have real workplace experiences. Yes, you're a student, but you're also staff. Your responsibility is to learn and to demonstrate your learning, but it's to demonstrate that learning through a high quality product that other people are expecting you to produce. You're no longer just in it for yourself. You know, you're in it for this team that you're on, for this company that you have chosen to become a part of. And there's nothing more authentic than that.
I think that I signed the contract for A3 Records because when I am working with my peers here and when I'm doing things for A3 Records, I feel like I have like a purpose in what I'm doing, and I feel like I'm doing it for my best interest and for the interest of other people. It just excites me and makes me feel meaningful.
Almost make me want to cry. I'm gonna hold it in, but for the moment. But A3 is giving me so much. I can say that self-esteem and self-worth was built because I had a problem with a person, and I was kind of like, let me throw the problem out, I'll be alright about it and everything, and I'll be okay. And in the inside, I wasn't okay, because I was like, if I just throw this situation away, I'll be fine. I'm still the same person. But really, since I just kept hold on the situation, swearing I had thrown it away, everything it got better, but it got worse. And when I said something about it, everything kind of lifted up off me. In my mind, I was like, I'm not worth nothing if I don't say nothing about what's going on with me. I'm not worth anything. I'm not that strong person I thought I was if I can't sit here and be like, yo, I need help on this. Chance likes repeating all the time with my music, crying doesn't mean you're weak. And that's the one thing I couldn't get out of my mind. I ain't have nowhere else to turn, I could say. Like, I had church and I had the Bible and I had the Lord, but I can say truly I didn't have nowhere else to really go. Everything that I am now has been built off of A3. Things won't go in my way, things won't go in the way I wanted them to go, and things won't ever be the same again, but I can say that A3 has really helped me build on to what I need to be.
My name is C-Man, #1 in the land. Now I was real young in eyes and making them bands. Most people don't understand, just tell them be a better man. Plus I'm finally God and they gon' make it better plan.